Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Cavellos, and today I'm here to talk to you about summer reading logs. Just because school is over doesn't mean that we stop reading. Reading is one of my favorite things to do. So, what happens sometimes when you read so many books like Mrs. Cavellos does, you lose track of them. You can't remember. How many did you read? Which ones did you read? Maybe you read it already. So it's a great idea to keep track with a summer reading log. Now, when you guys were in kindergarten or first grade, okay, you used to do a summer reading log like this. It would just be a picture. Let's see, let me take my pen here. And you would come in, and after you read one book, either you'd circle it, or maybe after you read a book, you color it in, and then you read another book, you color another one in. Okay, but boys and girls, we are not in first grade anymore. Nope, we are in second grade, and we need to keep track, a better way of keeping track of our books that we read. So I like something like this reading log, okay? It has your name up top. You write the title of the book here and your rating and 3 describing words. So you don't really have to write a whole story what it was about on your reading log. You could just write maybe funny, confusing, mystery. Okay? And if you really loved it, you would give it 5 stars. So you color in right here your sun. I think those are little suns there. You color them in based on how many stars you give it, or in this case, suns. So that's a good way to keep track of what books you read this summer. But before we go, I do want to show you how Mrs. Cavellos keeps tracks of books, and maybe you'd like to try it too. I use something over here called Goodreads. Goodreads is an online reading log. The reason I use this, let me tell you a really quick funny story. Like I said, I really enjoy reading books. And a while ago, I was trying to find a new book to read, and I saw the cover and the name of it, and it sounded interesting. And I read the blurb in the back, and I was like, oh, this sounds like a cool book to read. And as I start reading, I'm thinking to myself, oh, I think I know what's going to happen next. And guess what? That happens next. Do you know how I knew that? I already read that book. I have read so many books that I forgot which ones I've read already. So, one of my friends had told me about this app online called Goodreads. Let me show you what Goodreads looks like, and it's pretty cool. Okay. So, when you go on Goodreads, you make an account. It's totally free, okay? And you could search for anything. So right now I search children's books, and it'll show me all these books listed. It shows me the average stars that people gave it. So look, let's look at this one, for example. Books for Kids, The Lucky Puppy. 362 people read it, and they gave it 3.94 stars. So that's what's cool about this. Once you read a book, number one, it'll keep track of it for you. Number two, you could, the same like we did on our paper reading log, you can keep track of how many stars you give the book. So you could just search up children's books. What's also cool here is I wanted to show you something right here called Listopia. If you click on Listopia, it shows you different lists that Goodreads has compiled. So if you like a certain type of book, it'll show it all in a list together, okay? So that's pretty cool. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is also if you come here, you could click over here. It'll show you books for second graders. How cool is that? And or how about down here? You could also pick a specific genre. So whether you're looking for a mystery book or nonfiction or fantasy or just picture books. You could click on that and it'll give you all these options. Let's say you want to make a whole list of things. You could click on it where the wild things are and you could say, hey, I want to read that. So here, if you see the little drop down, it'll mark it whether or not you read it, you're currently reading it, or you want to read it. So you can make a whole list of things you want to read. So, all in all, boys and girls, this is just a reminder that you need to keep a summer reading log. You need to continue reading over the summer. You can read whatever books you like, whatever interests you like. You can read all different kinds of books. You're going to fill out a summer reading log. You could do it on paper like this, and we'll give you a link to that. Or you can use Goodreads, which is an online way to keep track of your books. I hope you guys have a wonderful summer, and I hope to see you in September. Bye, guys.